So we are doing the mic inside the helmet setup. I've tried a few different things just to see comfort level and fitment in the helmet to make it convenient, so it's not a pain to set everything up to record and just leave it in the helmet, and then when I'm not recording, still have all the tools and everything there that I need to just plug and play and get right to it. So I recorded a video a couple days ago. I just haven't got around to editing and posting it because it's going to take a bit more editing, and with me being super busy at work, I just do not have the hours to sit down and chop it up. So we went to a little drag racing event, went to a little block party down in Richmond at Departure Bike Works. So that'll be coming out soon, but right now here's just something to get out because it's been a lot longer than I wanted it to be since the last upload. But we have been having a bunch of rain and time escapes by like no other these days, it feels like. But enough with the excuses. We just gotta upload. Any upload is better than no upload in my opinion, as long as it's not complete garbage. But in that last video, I used the same setup, and I went back to listen through the audio just to make sure it wasn't gonna sound like complete ass. And it didn't. Although if I like raise my voice too much, then you can hear it it gets staticky, and I know some people are gonna be listening to this that was disgusting, on headphones, or over a sound bar on the TV, or just straight off the TV, or, you know, or maybe not at all, and I don't even have to worry about the audio because no one's gonna watch, but I will, and I don't want to sound like complete crap, so I'm just gonna try to keep my voice low and see how that goes this time, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Regarding the Drag Specialties shocks, right? Why those? Why those? I wanted to do Legends, just the basic Revo ones, not the pretty little bag on them. I mean, of course I wanted to do those, right? But pretty costly. So, looking at the Legend basic shocks, the most basic model that they have out for this bike, I thought I was gonna do. However, I was gonna have to buy some stuff to make it work with this year Dyna, and by the time I got all that said and done, I was looking at like $1,300. While I love motorcycles, and this is definitely, you know, those things are well worth to spend your money on, from what I hear, I do not want to spend $1,300. And I read a bunch of reviews on a bunch of different kinds of shocks. I went down that YouTube rabbit hole everyone probably goes on right before they buy some kind of a part for their bike, and I do it a certain way, it seems, every single time, which is, I got some smoke in there, guys. Got the smoke down here. That does not smell like someone's cooking either. Kind of smells like a car fire. Maybe we'll run across something fun. So, what was I saying? That's right. Start with the most expensive, or the best of the best, right? And then I quickly realized that is incredibly out of budget for myself. I'm like, I can't do that. I've got other things I have to spend money on so I don't go hungry or homeless. So I dial it back all the way to the cheapest. And then I slowly work my way up from the cheapest back to the top. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna throw the dart and hit somewhere in the middle. And I decided on the Drag Specialties. And so far, I'm super happy with them, right? So, for everything that I do on the bike, it's all I need. Oh, man, blowing. Pause. And I will say that I have about at least 10 hours on these things, handling turns, handling bumps, even with a passenger, a complete smoother ride. I even asked the passenger what their opinion was, if they felt any kind of difference with the bike, and they said that it was smoother. So, going across the bumps and all that, which is definitely a perk. And now these are the heavy duty shocks, because like I said, I'm a heavier guy, and all it takes is for me to have this bike loaded up with stuff. What's up, boys? And there we go. Like I'm way over the weight limit probably for a normal stock shock to function how I would like it to function properly. Okay. or smoke. That being said, big fan. A lot less money than the Legends option, and as far as the functionality goes, I cannot complain, guys. It was a bit annoying to get them to, because you can adjust the spring length. Let's not confuse that with other words that people use for shocks. I believe one of those being sag, and you know, which is nice because I wanted the extra height too. I wanted more clearance. I didn't want to be on the bike, and it's already not a super high bike for taking turns, and now I get my big ass on it and we're even lower to the ground, or I hit a bump in the turn and I smack the bottom, right? So I want to avoid all that good stuff, and I haven't had that issue with these. Now I'm not out here East Coasting it. I'm not doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but I do plan on, you know, making some more trips out in the mountains and like eventually tail the dragon, eventually, whenever that's going to play into my schedule. That looks cool. We should get down there. And someone brought up to me the other day, it's called Claw of the Dragon, I believe. Apparently it's like that, but it's less congested, a lot less people. And so yeah, I wanted the clearance, I wanted the comfort, and I wanted the confidence with the passenger, and so far I'm happy with them. You know, if I had big bank, you know, I'd probably run the Legends or some other really fancy brand, because it would look super cool. And apparently they are also great performing shocks. So highly recommend if you're looking for a budget-friendly option for your Dyna and you're a heavier set guy, man, get the heavy-duty ones. A lot of people were concerned that they would be too stiff, and I gotta be honest with you, sorry baby for the noise, I will not get on it. Yeah, if you're a heavier guy, I would say if you're 215 and up and you ride with the passenger any of the time, or you think you're gonna ride with the passenger any of the time, spend the money, get the heavy duties. It's not that much. Just don't do the standards, do the heavy duties, and you will not regret it. People make it, when you go to read these reviews on Reddit or wherever, people are always like, it's going to be super uncomfortable, it's going to be super stiff, you're not going to enjoy the ride. No, it's pretty good. If I had done the standards, I would not have been happy. Because while these are better than the stock, you kind of get a good feel of like, oh man, like we're still close. And sometimes I feel like I still might be close to bouncing this thing around a little too much. But for now, this is all I need. So definitely recommend a budget-friendly option. You guys should definitely look into them. And there's other great options too. But I say this because you don't need to drop $1,300 if you're not doing $1,300 shit. Let's just put it that way. But if you got it like that, by all means, I mean, it never hurts to get the best stuff for your bike. And take all this with a grain of salt, right? Because everyone's opinion is going to vary. All I have to compare this to is the stock shocks. So for me, it's a level up. And from what I read, pretty much most of the aftermarket options that aren't, you know, cheap pieces of crap are going to be better than your stock shocks, because the stock shocks are, you know, one size fits all when it comes from the dealership. So that being said, guys, keep that in mind. But do not go too cheap, right? Like, still do your research, and don't lose performance. Don't lose those results you're looking for, or and by doing that, right, you're making the bike less safe. You're gonna have a false sense of confidence. Just because it's new and right out the box doesn't mean that it's good. So don't provide yourself a false sense of confidence and get on your bike with the cheaper parts. So still do your research, still make sure it's been tested, watch plenty of reviews. Definitely one other than this one, because I'm sure there's much better reviews out there. And yeah, the install form wasn't that hard, but like I said, the hard part was kind of setting up the spring link how I wanted to, which it looks relatively simple, and I was probably functioning on like a couple hours of sleep because of my job, so that makes everything I do a little bit more complicated. Y'all not from around these parts, huh? Canada. So anyways, boys, let's go up Watermill, see where this leads. So yeah, to sum up the whole shock thing, get them. They're budget friendly. They perform good. I've got confidence in them. It was a trusted, built-up confidence. I didn't just get on them and start banging corners and dragging knee on my Harley with them. So don't do that. I took my time. And when I took the trip up to Gettysburg, I mean, that was 5 hours, and then we rode the entire time we were there for the most part. So she did well. They did well. You know. And a little bonus accessory review just to talk about, guys. The quad lock phone mount, and you guys probably can assume that none of this crap is sponsored, because why would they do that? I've got no real following, so these are all just things I've bought with my own money and I'm reviewing on my own time, and, you know, obviously. But I like this. When I was looking into them, a lot of people were kind of like, I don't want to ride with the phone in front of me. It's going to be a distraction, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's not for me. It might be for you. If you're someone who gets easily distracted by something lighting up or whatever, and you can't resist the urge to look down, it might not be for you, but keep in mind, go to your settings on your phone and turn off notifications and silence things and all that good stuff. I say silence because I have a Cardo and I have my phone hooked up in case I get a phone call or someone needs to get a hold of me for an emergency. And but honestly, I love it, and I love having it right up in front of me, especially when I'm traveling or I'm going down new roads that look to be a little more sketchy, or I know are going to be a little more, you know, I'm not going to have a lot of way outs if something goes wrong or I make a mistake or I go too fast into a turn, right? Like, I use it as a tool to be able to see the road ahead. So you just have your Google Maps up and it's following you around. It's perfect, man. I mean, it lets you anticipate what's up ahead even more so. I mean, and then even with debris in the road, right, guys? Like, all that stuff plays a major factor, at least for me when I'm riding a bike. Like, the sooner I can see something, that means you can react, right? That's the faster time you can react and not end up in an oh shit moment, which they're going to happen anyways, but it's all about minimizing, in my opinion. And also, none of these things make me a better rider. They won't make you a better rider. That's completely up to the person and the experience level. So, you know, don't go grabbing new parts or new things, new accessories, put them on your bike and, you know, Mustang this thing into a pole because you think you're hot shit with your new Drag Specialties. You don't want to do it. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got on the Drag Specialties. So if you're only here for the Drag Specialties, you probably click off now. Or don't, because I am headed to a store to go play the Powerball, so that way I can afford to get some of these alleged shops, dude. Oh, okay. I know exactly where I'm at because I was just here. Sick. Need to turn around again then. Oh. Little Cybertruck, dude. What do y'all think about the Cybertrucks? I hear, you know, most people seem to hate them, and I don't like them how they look stock. I don't like that stock color or whatever you want to call it, because it does look like a big refrigerator to me. But hear me out. We just need some Southern boys to get hold of them things. Put a little wrap on it. Let's just say maybe black it out. Put a lift on it. Some blood tires. I think it would be interesting, but I don't know. I still wouldn't buy one. Not my cup of tea at all. this Powerball out, guys. I think it's up to, I think it's over, it's 750 million right now, which, you know, they take half the taxes, but I would not care. I'd be thrilled to have a third of that, a quarter of it. You know, I would probably just ride motorcycles all the time, which would be pretty sick. Be making some underproduced hard to watch videos for you guys and gals, which I looked at my analytics. There's like -1% females watching this channel, and it seems to be a bunch of guys over 45, which is super cool. I'm an old soul, so I get it, you know, totally get it. I myself am not that age, though. I'm much younger than that, just to clarify. Hence, on a school night, I'm out here riding the bike, cruising around, no responsibilities. Love it. Love it. Don't know for how much longer, but I love it. I'm gonna do it. And look at that pretty moon. Good old nail clipping in the sky, super solid. Your grandmother's big toenail. Please see me. Please stop. Alright, very cool. I didn't die. Caddy. I'm not talking to you, girl. Oh, that boy clean. I gotta give it up to some of these motovlog guys. It seems easy, the way some of these guys ramble off. And it's 100% probably a personality thing too, right? Like if you're a talkative guy or a talkative person, then, you know, you just hook this thing up and start chatting. But I will say, I mean, I'm not a quiet person, but, you know, I'm not as good as some of these folks. Like, Jigsaw and Brian636. With Brian636, you know, hopefully his demographic of folks watching his, well, no, because he's a stunt guy, but nonetheless, man, you know, it's I turn the camera on, I'm like, I start to blank. Like, what the hell am I supposed to talk about? But, you know, Brian636, that dude is a genius. The way he can just remember history and just ramble off. If you guys have not watched his videos or know who he is, he does mostly sport bike content, but he does like this one really big famous series called Hood Eats. Super fun to watch. He's from Chicago. He'll travel around, but he'll do Hood Eats in Chicago and all that stuff, and he's really involved in the community. Seems like a super solid guy. Drop their names in the comment. I'd be happy to check new people out. I mean, I watch some of what I assume a lot of folks probably know of already, which is like Jigsaw Road, Brian636. I watch the Thrashing Boys. They're all the way out in California, East Coasting. They're up in Connecticut, I believe. Which is a mix of like motovlogging, and it's a mix of like stunts and riding around and then working on the bikes and all that good stuff. So if you want really good quality content to watch and not this garbage, definitely go check those boys out. Alright guys, I hope this is the gas station sells me the winner ticket. Sure. What else is funny about this is like when I'm by myself on this thing, which is why I was like, oh, I could do this. I mean, I talk to myself nonstop. It's like, man, this is going to be super super neutral, super natural to me. Yet here we are, and I'm just rambling. And silent approach. Skirt. All right. Gotta get Mario here, man. Get robbed. All that ice he's got on. She's not a bad old girl. Unfortunately, when the bike got dropped, they repainted this tank. And what sucks about that is I have a titty forming right here. And that's new. And that one's new. So I'm going to have to get this resprayed at some point. Because she was so beautiful before. Now she's got some acne. I don't like that too much. Might be a piece of junk. I don't want it to look like it. Da, da, da. Nah, I don't need it. Do not need it. And we're gone. Ooh. Also, fellas, if you want a motorcycle and want to ride, and you watch hours of other people riding around, this alternative is much cooler. Sitting on the couch, watching hours of other people enjoying their bikes, enjoying the weather. No, man. I gotta get me some of that, you know? Especially on a night like this, you know? Reason to get out. Stop snacking. Stop being a lazy bum. Go work out, go for a ride. I'll tell you what, guys. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. And I have not been down this road before, so we're gonna check that out. I see dogs, I already like it. Those are damn grizzly bears. Goddamn black bears, bear, goddamn, bear, get some bear spray around here. Damn big old bear babies. Shit. These are nice. Wonder how much they cost though. Probably too much. Just like everything costs too much. But they look good. They do look good, I'll give them that. I'm glad they went away from, there's a lot of apartments now that all look exactly the same, which it makes sense, right? It goes deeper. Okay, let's go deeper. Pause. No Diddy, but it's like, there's a lot of cookie cutter styles, and I'm gonna pop around here and take a better look. Look at that moon, folks. Which it makes sense, right? Because it appeals to the masses, right? If you try to do something with a lot of flavor and taste, you're narrowing down the amount of people who are just going to be okay with it, right? Like, people are looking for apartments. Look at that. They're, you know, they're not looking for, most of the time, something super crazy or super fancy, but people do know what they don't like. So it's a safer bet, I would assume, to meet in the middle and to provide people with that option. It'll work. We'll make it mine inside, you know, and then that's it. But those look super cool. Very modern. But you know what's probably better than that is a house. Work towards a house with a yard. Then you get you some old baby black bears like we just saw, you know, for nice leisurely walks. So, yeah. Evergreen Elementary. Remember to slow down in your school zones, guys. I don't know where y'all are from, but around here, they are putting speed cameras up at every single school zone, and they're gonna get you, which, you know, I'm for. You gotta protect the churns, y'all. Well, that'd be all, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.